Oh, that's not Greta. Do the math, carry the two. Here, is there any chance at all, baby, that you complimented Hugh Grant's wife, Anna, on her movie Barbie, said, "I'm just Ken too," and she politely nodded because she didn't have the heart to tell you she didn't direct it? And is there any chance that the people that look like soulmates are Hugh Grant and his soulmate?
Right. Well, I think the good news here, well, the bad news for you is he has face blindness, and the good news is he can recognize true love. So at least he saw soulmates. He saw soulmates.
Taylor Swift arrived at the studio for her interview with Seth Meyers, her arrival generating a buzz among everyone present. Her attire, a sleek floral dress, catching the lights as she took her seat across from Seth. Without delay, Seth greeted her and jumped straight into questions about her current projects, but quickly shifted the conversation toward her engagement to Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs football icon. Taylor didn't hesitate to open up. Her responses candid and direct as she spoke about the relationship that now defines so much of her happiness. She recalled meeting Travis for the first time at an event neither of them had planned to attend. It was a charity gala in New York, she explained, and she had almost skipped it, exhausted from rehearsals. Travis was there representing his foundation, and they were introduced by mutual friends. Taylor remembered how Travis, tall and easygoing, approached her with a gentle confidence, not as a fan or a starstruck athlete, but as someone genuinely interested in getting to know her. Their initial conversation, she said, was refreshingly normal. No mention of fame, no awkwardness, just laughter over shared stories about growing up in small towns. After the event, Travis asked if she wanted to grab a late-night diner breakfast, and she agreed, surprising herself with how quickly she trusted him. Over pancakes and coffee at 3 in the morning, they talked about family, their favorite movies, the pressures of public life, and the odd comfort of finding someone else who understood the chaos. Taylor smiled as she recounted how Travis didn't try to impress her with stories of his career. Instead, he listened, genuinely interested, and asked how she really felt after her shows, what she did to unwind, and what she dreamed about beyond music. That first night, as they left the diner and he waited for her car to arrive, Travis handed her a handwritten note that simply read, "For whenever you need a little light." She tucked it into her bag, and even now she keeps it in her wallet. From that point on, their friendship grew quickly. Taylor described how, despite the ocean of cameras and rumors that always seemed to follow them, Travis made an effort to keep their early days private. He sent her playlists of his favorite songs, introduced her to his mom over FaceTime, and learned the names of her closest friends, making sure to make them feel included instead of seeing them as obstacles. Taylor laughed as she told Seth about the time Travis tried to impress her by learning one of her favorite songs on the guitar. He sent her a video of him strumming through All Too Well, and while the chords were a little off, the effort was so earnest that she couldn't help but fall a little more for him. Soon, their relationship was no longer a secret. The first public sighting of them together happened after a game in Kansas City. Travis had scored the winning touchdown, and as he walked off the field, he met Taylor at the tunnel. She described how in that moment the noise faded away, and it was just the two of them sharing a quiet embrace. The photo of that hug went viral, but for Taylor, what mattered was that Travis squeezed her hand and whispered, "I'm proud of you," before anything was said about himself. That, she said, was the moment she knew their connection was something rare. Taylor continued, sharing how Travis supported her through the most intense months of her career. While she was deep into the Eras Tour, with its endless travel and late nights, Travis found small ways to show his support. He sent flowers to her dressing room, left encouraging notes in her guitar case, and called her before every show, always ending the calls by reminding her to have fun. She explained that Travis never expected her to change for him. He celebrated her ambition and cheered her on, but he also reminded her to take breaks, to rest, and to enjoy the moments in between. Taylor said that whenever she needed to vent about the stress of the industry or the pressure of public expectations, Travis was there, not to offer solutions, but just to listen. She appreciated that he never tried to fix her problems, he just let her be herself. Seth asked if Travis ever got nervous about the attention their relationship drew. Taylor admitted there were moments when the scrutiny felt overwhelming, especially when rumors and speculation spread online. But Travis always managed to find humor in the situation. She recalled one night when paparazzi were camped outside her apartment and Travis ordered them pizza. "If they're going to wait out here all night, might as well give them something to eat," he said. That sense of humor, Taylor said, helped her put things in perspective. She also described how Travis's family welcomed her with open arms. His mom sent her homemade cookies, his brother taught her how to throw a football, and his nieces and nephews drew her pictures that now decorate her fridge. The families blended easily, and Taylor found herself looking forward to Sunday dinners and family game nights. Subscribe for more behind-the-scenes stories like this. Taylor shared anecdotes about quiet nights at home when she and Travis would cook dinner together or watch old movies. Travis, she revealed, is an excellent cook, though he tends to make a mess in the kitchen. Their favorite meal to make is homemade pizza. She does the dough, he handles the toppings, and they compete to see whose pizza turns out best. Inevitably, they end up laughing over uneven slices and flour everywhere. These simple nights at home, Taylor said, are some of her happiest memories. Seth asked about the proposal, and Taylor's eyes lit up as she recalled the moment. It happened during a vacation in Montana, far away from the noise of celebrity life. They were hiking in the mountains, just the two of them, surrounded by wildflowers and the smell of pine. As they reached the top of a ridge, Travis pulled out a ring and asked her to marry him. He didn't make a big speech, she said. He just looked her in the eyes and told her he wanted to spend the rest of his life with her. Taylor said yes without hesitation. Afterward, they sat together on the mountaintop, taking in the view and the quiet. Taylor described feeling a sense of peace she hadn't known before. A contentment that came from knowing she was with someone who loved her for who she was, not for her fame or her music. She explained that while their lives are busy and often chaotic, they make time for each other. Travis travels with her when he can, joining her on tour stops and cheering her on from backstage. She attends his games, wearing his jersey and celebrating his victories as if they were her own. They support each other's dreams, always making sure to put their relationship first. Taylor reflected on how much she's grown since being with Travis. She's learned to set boundaries, to prioritize her happiness, and to let go of the need to please everyone. Travis encourages her to be honest with herself and to trust her instincts. She said their relationship isn't perfect. They have disagreements and bad days like anyone else, but they always come back to each other, always willing to talk things through. Seth asked if Taylor ever writes songs about Travis, and she admitted that he's inspired many of her recent lyrics. Unlike past relationships, where heartbreak and betrayal fueled her music, Travis brings out a different side of her. She finds herself writing about hope, trust, and the joy of building a life together. She hasn't shared all the songs with him yet, but she's excited for him to hear them. Taylor told Seth about the little ways Travis shows his love. He leaves sticky notes around the house with encouraging messages, surprises her with her favorite snacks, and always remembers important dates.